All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shema, Shah, by Shema, Kakodash. The bonus to the apostle, and that is a great millstone. Shalom to all the Akim out push your word of sincerity and the truth. Yeah, I want to do this lesson on basically how we don't have much time left. We're almost there. You know, looking all the way, looking throughout the news, you know, media, you know, the coverage is, you know, basically equating to America losing their grips, man.
In 2 miles, take exit 106 to merge onto University Parkway toward Lawrenceville.
That's why the precept, the scripture speaks about how Babylon, who are worthy of being destroyed. And we know that Babylon is the virgin daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon, which is America. All right? That's the mystery of it. You know, if you look at this place, it does all the ancient mischief of ancient Babylon. You know, it does the same dark magic. You know, because Babylon was the epicenter of confusion. You know, worshiping false idols. You know, and we can't. That's without a shadow of a doubt. You have a show entitled American Idol. All right. These people make idols of themselves, and they get worshipped in these different concerts and arenas, and they get tickets, you know, praised and, you know, glorified. You know, that's why they're known as the stars in the scriptures. And even the scriptures speak about how the stars are going to fall. We've been seeing a lot of celebrity deaths. You just had this one celebrity get diagnosed with basically like a stiff syndrome. I think it was Celine Dion. You know, so things is actually, you know, heating up. You know, it's brewing up overseas. These different nations are, their foreign relationships are getting more rocky. You know, a lot of these different nations are getting more adamant.
Use the right 2 lanes
their,
to take exit 106
one of
to
another,
merge onto
like
University
America,
Parkway toward Lawrenceville.
Pushing aggressive sanctions against Russia. You know, to basically somewhat tank their economy. And it's not even somewhat. That's an attempt. You know, they want to damage them in all fronts. And America is going to, and Russia will respond harshly and retaliate
9.9
America,
miles. Turn left onto Hurricane Trail.
For his deeds against them and their people, man. These different nations are ready to push that button, man. You know, conflicts are going to continue to increase. That's why I said we're almost there. Apostle Dar said it, yo, we almost out this bitch, man. You know, we don't have much. Scripture says Satan, you know, follow with great wrath, coming down with great wrath, knowing that he had but a little time. So he knows he has the ability to measure the time diligently, just like we do. We measure these things out. I see you had this picture with NASA, you know, and that's even a sign of the time. Scriptures even speak about when Babylon fell, you had Belshazzar, which was the king, and Daniel basically you know, declared the prophecy, many tekel upharsin. You know, when it speaks, and one of them was you know, many, I think it said your kingdom is weighed in the balance, and it says God has numbered and finished it. You know, another one was, you know, thou art found wanting, man. You know, I think that was dealing with the measurement. You know, I'm driving right now, but it's the same thing with America. Many tekel upharsin. All right, you had all kind of omens, you know, throughout the years to show. And if you had a spiritual eye, you could see that everything is indicating that this man is going to fall. And these devils watch, man. You know, they take secret counsels. You know, they look at the numbers. That's why they're trying to increase interest rates, and they go through basically proverbial means, whether it's increased taxes and things of that nature, increased interest. Scriptures speak about usury, so they're gonna overuse the people, which turns into abuse. You know, basically paying them pennies on a dollar, and having it where the masters of these people have to get their debt skyrocketed. You know, to the point where they have to default on their, you know, loans or whatnot, you know, and they have to give everything back. And basically America has full total control. See, this devil is all about control, man. And he wants to give you the illusion that you actually are buying and purchasing, you know? And you don't have the ability to push against this man's grain, to go against the grain. You have to go, you know, according to his will, so to speak, you know? This ain't just any man we dealing with. This is the devil, the spiritual demon Satan, all right? Through the physical counterpart, Esau, you know? So he's going to really take it there. All these things is written, man.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
And that's why we know at the end of the day, when this man tries to attempt to make his move, that the Lord is going to, you know, aggressively come against him. You know, this man, he only has but a short time. You know, the scriptures speak about how the Lord is going to lift up a standard, man. You know, this devil is going to come in like a flood. He's going to come in harshly with his troops. You know, his hell, they just had this image in China about the invisible cloaks. You know, which they've been having that for years. I've been seeing articles on invisible cloaks even in the military. But they were saying that it could go outside the FBI radar. So what happens that, and these devils, they power up citizens, man, so that they can have the ability to push more heinous legislation against them. You know, there's all kinds of stories of individuals that was in these different gangs and things of that nature that you know, was speaking about how a lot of guns and drugs were being brought to their cities, man. You know, and then it made an environment of controlled opposition, and it in turn also militarized the police. You know, you got these jakes with these switches. Man, look, majority of these jakes, man, they reading on the 3rd grade level. But now they're creating these, you know, they'll try to paint the picture that there's some Black, Latino, or Native American that's creating these illegal firearms. Man, it's the so-called white man, man. Scripture says we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. You know, so he has these different devices he puts on the street. And that's why the scriptures speak about, like San Fran said, that they're going to actually unleash robot dogs. They didn't say it quite exactly, but in a roundabout way, you know, the robot dogs is going to be able to really come down upon the people. You see? And then, you know, you had this thing where Walmart was speaking about if individuals don't stop stealing, then they're going to shut it down. You know, now this is a multi-billion-dollar,
stay in the left 2 lanes,
you know, branch, you know, a conglomerate company or whatnot, you know. So for these different devils to make these different threats, they don't say these things idly. You know, they all have an agenda, and they're all looking to push that agenda. You know, you see how when the 19 came out, and I was thinking about that in the spirit, when that 19 hit, it made it where, you know, which Walmart was a 24-hour store. You know, it's certain Walmarts. You know, all Walmarts you couldn't go at any time of the day or night. But you had certain Walmarts that you could. You had Kroger's that you could. You know, you had a lot of supermarkets that you could. But after the 19, now the majority of everything closes, you know, by 12. You know, or a little bit before 12, 11, 10. You see? And that's not coincidental. There is no coincidences, man. You got to know how to paint the picture. See, that's why the Lord, you know, gave prophets a specific unction to be able to look into the matter. The scriptures speak about how the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his, you know, to his going. So we look, man. We use our eye, you know, we use our eyes properly, man. You know, that having that acute vision, you know, and having that spiritual acumen. The scriptures speak about how, you know, you got to be as wise as a serpent, man. But you have that ability to see exactly what the serpent sees, man. We see exactly, because the scriptures liken us unto serpents, man. You know, and seeing that, you know, we warn. you know, we blow the bullhorn, you know, blow the spiritual ram's horn, so that the people can call and come back and return, you know, because we know that all these things add up to the end of America, and it adds up to the rise of Israel and the return of Yahweh Shai. So we're in beautiful times, man. This is the gospel. This is the good news, which is bad news unto this devil. That's why you're trying to shut everything down, cancel Jake's contracts that they're associated with, and a lot of these Jakes are not even giving a damn anymore, man. You know, really coming down and standing on something and really taking that L, you know, in return for it. So this man is gonna really try to take it there, because he's starting to see that it's a lot of Jakes that's not, you know, finna be rocked back to sleep. You know, and when he makes his move, that's when the Most High is gonna make his move on him, man. You know, Scripture says, "Touch not the Lord's anointed, and do his prophets no harm." You know, and it's men that's anointed by the Lord that this devil, you know, is gonna try to touch, but that's when the Lord is gonna move on him. You know, so we in beautiful times, man. Akim, you know, and you know, a few Aquas that actually watching, listen. You know, we just got to keep pushing, man. Scripture speak about pressing forward towards the mark. You know, it's set before us. That's the prize. You know, so we're gonna get there if we just keep doing that which is required. You know, I just want to make this short and sweet on the way to the plantation. You know, I'm anybody giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shema, Shabbat, Shabbat, Gosh. Double honor to the apostle and elders, a great millstone. Shalom, Akim.